So you know that sinking feeling when you're setting up a home theater or conference room and you run this really long HDMI cable?
And you just get a completely black screen.
Exactly. You plug it in and nothing. It's just black.
Right. It's the dreaded digital cliff. Like
Yeah.
in the old analog days, the picture would just get a little fuzzy or staticky.
Yeah.
But digital is binary, so it's either perfect or it's just completely gone.
Gone, yeah. And with standard HDMI cables, that cliff usually happens at what, like 50 feet?
Usually right around 50 feet, yeah.
Which is exactly why, for today's deep dive, we are looking at the Zenty ZT-108 extender. The mission here is to see how this little box claims to completely obliterate that distance limit using just standard Ethernet cable.
Right. It's specifically an HDBaseT extender. We're looking at how it pushes a massive high-bandwidth 4K signal across literally an entire building without turning it into a compressed mess.
And when you look at the specs for this thing, it claims 394 feet for a full 4K signal.
Yeah, that's 120 meters. It's longer than a football field.
Which is insane.
Yeah. And if you drop it down to 1080p, it stretches to nearly 500 feet.
Okay, but see, here's where I usually get a little skeptical. Usually when you push video that far over Cat6, you have to sacrifice quality, right? You get compression artifacts, or the colors just look kind of off.
That is a totally valid concern. Usually to save bandwidth, extenders use what's called chroma subsampling, where they essentially throw away some color data. But the big selling point here is that the Zenty supports 4.4.4.
Let's decode that for everyone listening. Why does 4.4.4 actually matter to you when you're setting up a display?
It basically means zero color compression. So think about connecting a PC to a TV to show an Excel spreadsheet. If you have compression, red text on a black background looks blurry or smudged.
Oh, right, like a colored halo effect.
Exactly. With 4.4.4, that text is razor sharp.
So for digital signage or, menus or meeting room spreadsheets, that's just non-negotiable.
It's a must. Plus, it supports the fun stuff, too, like Dolby Vision, HDR10, and Dolby Atmos. It acts like a direct HDMI connection, just really, really long.
So the signal gets there and it looks great. But as someone who has spent time crawling through attics running cable, my favorite part of this spec sheet was the power setup. The cable.
Power over cable. It's a total lifesaver. You just plug the power adapter into the transmitter at the source end, and it sends power right down the Ethernet line to the receiver.
Meaning you don't need to hire an electrician to put a power outlet high up on the wall behind the TV.
Precisely. It keeps the whole installation clean. And speaking of clean, did you catch the loop out feature?
Yeah, on the transmitter side, right, where it lets you plug in a local monitor.
Right, it's huge for troubleshooting. If the remote screen goes black, you just check the local monitor. If that has a picture, you instantly know your source is fine and the problem is down the line somewhere.
It stops all the guessing games. And it handles the handshake well, too, with the ED pass-through.
It does. It acts as a transparent messenger.
Mm-hmm.
You make sure your Apple TV knows it's connected to, say, a Sony TV, even with 300 feet of Cat6 between them, so you don't get resolution mismatches.
Now, what about usability? Say my cable box is in a basement rack, but I'm watching in the bedroom. How do I actually change the channel?
It has bidirectional IR. You point your remote at the bedroom TV, the receiver catches it, and shoots the command down the Ethernet cable to the basement.
And bidirectional means it goes the other way as well.
Yep, you control the TV from the server room if you needed to. Plus, it passes RS-232 commands for professional control systems.
Okay, so cost-wise, this isn't exactly a bargain bin item. It lists around $410.
It's an investment for sure. But for HDBaseT with 4K 60 Hz and true 4.4.4 support, it's actually incredibly competitive.
And the source material mentions a discount code, 25% off at checkout, plus a 5-year warranty.
That warranty really stands out. 5 years in electronics usually implies commercial grade. They expect it to run 24/7 without burning out.
So to wrap this deep dive up, we've got a box that pushes uncompressed cinema quality video and power the length of a football field over a basic network cable. It really seems to solve the distance headache.
It entirely removes the complexity. You stop worrying about dropouts and just focus on the content.
Which makes me wonder, if cheap Ethernet cable can now carry professional 4K and power perfectly, are we approaching the end of specialized, expensive AV cabling in our homes and offices?
It really is starting to look that way.
Definitely something for you to chew on next time you're wrestling with a stiff HDMI cable behind your TV. Thanks for joining us.